pocket, grease on his hands, wind in his face. No one understands. Dean the motorboat, riding fast, eating fried through the morning mist under a big blue sky. Duct tape and coffee keeps his soul alive. Heartache growls loud as freedom comes alive.
Can. Do a can.
Through the back road.
There
Good morning.
I love that song.
Yeah, thank you, Mac.
Where
That
did
was
Keith
a.
come?
You see my Mac money? I found a way to kind of keep it up here and
There you go.
showing it off. Did you get Mac money? Did you order any Mac money? Did you get gifted any Mac money? Everybody, Sterling.
I don't know if I got some. Send it to Buck's house, and it'll wind up in my lap.
I sent it to Sterling, so
Good.
To his Georgia.
What's up, brown chicken?
What's up, brown chicken?
And I don't have Carney's address, so I had no way of sending it.
Good morning, Josh. Good morning, Robert.
Hey, wannabe. Hey, Robert.
I'll send it to you on that.
Bob.
Where did Keith Fob go?
Yeah, I can't read the comment.
Keepup's here. He's
Got
right
Vanguard
there. He's just not
Critter,
on the.
Frankie,
He's just busy.
All
He
right.
abandoned
a room
post.
full of people. Yeah, Frank.
I didn't realize I was looking at a square over there.
And
He's got a nice little office space though now. Like all his background is good and perfect. The sound has been great. You got a. Maybe I shouldn't say you got something coming in the mail pretty soon, right? Yeah.
Tomorrow.
A
Finally.
what?
Echo.
Did you kids catch the latest Church of Wheel?
I did the tarot cards.
That was fun.
That was fun, man. That was a great time, dude.
Until the devil showed up.
We don't talk about Tolga like that.
We were just talking about the cards.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
You and Robert, good morning. Tuesday is so odd. I went to work yesterday and it screwed up my whole thinking about what I do. I never go in on Mondays, but it worked out good. I was in the shop by myself too. It was weird.
Morning, Dallas.
Brown.
Let you
Down brown chicken. Robert.
Logan, did you grab the comments?
Gotcha. So Ray Gregory's up in Tazewell, if you're all wondering. Probably at a cafeteria with the crew. And what's your destination today?
There's Mr. G, 1965.
Mr. G. What's up, my brother?
Yeah.
Good to see you, man.
Good times.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll catch the kids on the flip side. Behave yourselves.
Yeah. When do you start? Real quick. When do you start driving? Yeah. No, real quick there. Just gone.
Out in Greyhound. Oh.
All right, look.
Mr.
Everybody have a
Gregory,
good day. I'm getting out of here.
Mr. Gregory, I put my address.
See y'all.
So long.
He's working on it. And put you back down, bring you back up, see if it there. Yeah, it puts you in a better spot. Good. Cool. Oh.
Hey, Buck Brown, can you show your tattoo today, or are you in a position where you can do that?
Mike Ball, good morning. Good to see you, brother.
Maybe he didn't hear.
Hey Dean, I put my legal name and address in the back chat on the private chat.
For Mac. Okay. I'm gonna
Uh,
for who?
whoever needs it.
Okay.
So
Well, I thought we could
yeah,
do a
the MacBook.
sticker swap with Mac. That's great. Thank you. I'm gonna copy it and hang on to it here and put it in my Google under your email address. That's the best place to keep everybody's information. I don't know if you all do that, but it works out real well.
Well, Moto, you was really helpful as far as giving me address and stuff. I knew I could count on you because you do a really good job of keeping up with who's here, and
Yeah.
it really worked out good.
I need all the help I can get, so I try to organize, and every time I get something new or some information, I go back and I'll put it in, and you gain a phone number, or you gain an address or a new email, stick it all in the same spot. That way I can help out when I can. Dallas, good morning. Jobs are a scam. Tell me more about that so that I will leave mine. I love my job, though. I really do. But just the thing of having to, I just want to go there when I want to, leave when I want to.
Hey, Moto, did you see the song that I wrote for Rocky Mountain Rowdy?
No.
I posted it on my YouTube channel as a
Isn't
video.
it community?
No, on my regular videos.
Oh, okay.
And
In a short.
She really appreciated it. But the deal is, it's
Let's put it
her
up.
own words done in a song format. I just took her bio, her page, and turned it into a song.
Yeah.
And she really loved it. Said it brought her to tears.
Oh, Mac. I used a little piece of one that I needed because I was riding out in the storm, riding in a rainstorm and stuff. So I went to the Suno. It's the first time I used it like that. Put in the description. I wanted to sound a little more like Riders on the Storm, but I couldn't get it to do that.
You can go down down right below where your lyrics are.
Yeah.
And you can go in there and tell it the style of music in the form of who done the writers. Was that
Yeah.
it's an old song. It's been around for a long time. But
Jim Morrison.
Well, no, even before that, Riders on the Storm was done in 1940 by
the
Von
original.
Monroe. Von Monroe had a big orchestra, and he did Riders in the Sky in 1940.
Wow.
But you can tell it the style of music from that era, and you'll see, and you may have to make 2 or 3 attempts to get it right, but it will. You got a new thing now in Suno. You can slide the slider bar over to make it more like you describe it, and it may take you a couple of run-throughs, but it'll come out the way you want it.
You got a paid version too. You might have more stuff than what I have.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Maybe. I got to check it. I got to check that stuff though, because you're teaching me things I don't know.
Oh, what is so beautiful, you can go up there and when you're editing, you can go in there and take and slide and move verses around, create it right there on the screen, from the sound bar, and you can move all these segments around to suit you, and you can take and extend out on a portion of a segment. Like, for instance, you want some music in here, guitars playing or trumpets playing or whatever. You can add those in there too while you're creating.
Yeah. Yeah, I see more about it all the time. It's getting integrated into the system. Pretty good. Let's see. That says. I gotta rename it. Screen share. I got your channel just about up here.
Well, Robert and Wannabe should be getting their money pretty soon.
Is it in a short version?
In the videos.
Videos.
Video. It's only Right there. See right there. This is dedicated to Howdy from Rowdy.
Can everybody hear okay?
Yeah.
I'm a wife, mother and grandmother,
Put the link to
living
this.
at the foot of the Rocky Mountains of Utah. I love Jesus, my family, and my friends. My critters are a huge part of my life, which consists of 2 horses, 2 donkeys, 2 goats, 2 dogs, 7 cats, and 13 chickens, which will soon increase by 50.
That's right, bud.
She's a real kind lady.
Let's see.
We will head up
Good one, brown chicken.
to the cabin, the mountains,
There's the link for the song, you guys,
and
right
out
there.
to the desert. We will visit my critters often and take you on country rides. We celebrate God,
Benjamin?
country,
Bob?
and family here.
You sick of AI already? Come on, brown chicken.
Come on, man.
Well,
You ought to play brown chicken song sometime.
this is real. It's real. It's real. Very nice, Mac. Very nice.
She enjoyed it.
Thank you. Cool. Another.
It's like
awesome-
anything, eventually the fad will fade away into something different. And whatever comes along new in the future, there are going to be people that's going to hate it just as well. So that's his life.
Yeah, just don't hate. Don't hate.
No,
Love,
that,
embrace.
it'll keep wrinkles out of your face and your head.
Ooh.
85 years old, and I don't do this a lot.
He's speaking the truth. Yeah. I said, never leave Harlan alive. Man, I really thought you was using a fancy word, Rob.
No hate. Moto. Look at
No
my,
hate.
my avatar.
Yeah, look,
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
No hate whatsoever. No
And
hate.
speaking of love, look at 2-4 all up there in that soggy Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia's doing well. Hot and what else? I'd say sticky, but I don't know if it gets humid up. I'm sure it does. Nova Scotia get humid. He's been in his 80s. He said only get that for a few weeks. From soggy, I would assume it's humid, moist.
And we're soggy from the humidity. He's probably getting a little rain shower.
Yeah, that could be that, or spilled a little 2-4 somewhere. Spilled some 2-4, that. I couldn't be quick and creative, so
The only moisture 2-4 loves is when he pops the top on a big one, and it
There you
sprays
go.
back into his face. Oh
Thank
yeah,
that's
yeah,
some ocean spray.
yeah. Good morning.
Always aiming at that self. I just see the
Just shaking
the
that
hair
hair,
flinging the beads off, and
beard dripping out of beard's dripping out of his beard.
yeah.
Oh, it's good, man.
Foaming at the mouth. That's a little funny. That's just a little funny.
24 says it's very humid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting myself another security camera. I want to put another one over there in the area. And I was reading on the specs on it, and it says it's guaranteed to work all this kind of stuff up to 90% humidity. I took a picture on my camera. It was 94% humidity and 89 degrees. I'm going to tell you, that's when you have to breathe twice to get air.
Yeah.
89 degrees Fahrenheit with, 94% humidity.
The feel, the real feel.
Yeah, suffocating.
Yeah. The air is when the air is thick and got moisture in, it's just like the breather on the old motorcycle. I don't like being out in the rain, like the kind of breather I got that's all exposed and it'll get drowned out. I thought for sure that was going to happen to me the other day, which I finally made the video for that. Now I'm working on my breakdown one where I thought I was going to break down, but I had a loose battery cable, which sick bastard actually was observing and found the problem right there on the little video clip that I showed you. It was like a miracle. That's a pretty awesome thing about community, you know? You share little stuff like that, you can fix some simple problems. I'd have been like, well, let's load this up.
No way.
Take it into the doctor, because I have no clue what that one was. I couldn't figure nothing out. And just something simple. Hey, don't forget, check something simple first. Let's go see what that is. It was like a miracle when I said, I was like, oh, thank you, Lord. Woo, thank you. And I heard you're welcome. I got a, you welcome back.
I had to climb the ladder yesterday and go up under my eave of the house up there to get to install. I had to take the camera down, bring it in here on the computer, and let it find the barcode on it so I could get it, because this is a new system I got, had never been registered on that camera. And so the camera couldn't find it. So I had to bring it in the house and hook it up to an Ethernet cable. And then it found it. And then I had to climb up the ladder again, put the camera back up. When you get up to the top at my age, you get at the top of that ladder,
dude,
and you say, "Oh hell!"
Yeah.
And, just a few years ago, I never would have even thought nothing about it.
That's like a free trip to the amusement park. Like, like going over the big roller coaster. I get up there, I look like a cat all flattened out and hanging on to just the garage roof. The garage roof's what, 10, 12 feet up, and then the peak or whatever, so I could trim some branches so it wouldn't rub my shingles raw.
Yeah.
And I had to take my time. The worst part is getting down off the roof, and you only got a 10-foot ladder. So you're at the very top, and you have lots of rocking space. And you're like, somebody hold that, please, because one bad footing, getting that foot down, and you go through your back where you can't put your back to it, where you're not looking at where you're going to step off at, or you go frontwards and then like, well, at least if I go that way and project out into the yard, have somewhat of a soft landing.
Somewhat.
Yeah. When you get older, man, I don't know how good the old bones are. I'm pretty solid still yet, but I haven't tested them in a long time.
Yeah, I don't want to test them either, man.
Do you remember last year when I come back from I had to go up, I ended up having to go up a ladder, and Angelique was down at the bottom, and I had to stand the ladder almost vertical. The 10-foot ladder had to be really close to the wall from where I was at. And when I got up there, I was drilling a hole in the wall, so I had to use both hands and push to drill through the wall. And I noticed myself getting further away from the wall. And I looked around, and by that time, I realized I'm more than vertical going backwards. And guess who I landed on?
Angelique.
Let me hear, Angelique. Who did I hit?
Angelique, she was your buffer that day.
She said,
flat
"Hey."
as a damn pancake.
She was down below yesterday just in case. I know where to land.
Joe Sella, you're like you're like nighttime from us, so good evening to you and thank you for stopping by and saying hi. I think I've seen you here before. It's a time or two as well. Chasing Ghosts, same with you. How are you? Good morning. Hello.
Yeah, I was going to speak to her a while ago when she came in, but I was busy yapping myself.
Yeah, we have things to do, stuff to say. You know, that's how it goes.
Bubble
Corny,
boo.
you're quiet as hell. You okay?
Oh yeah.
I know you're okay. He's trying to think of.
I had to get more coffee.
Yeah, I got a coffee cam over here. By the way, I always show off my stuff. Little cam over here. Woo, yeah. There's Frog Channel. Frog Channel. And then, oh, were you on here the other day, Mac, when I tried to go to the garage and fix the Harley and found out that the ground was
Yeah,
loose
yeah.
as hell?
Mhm.
Well,
You remember I was watching it and Sick analyzed it because he saw your tachometer drop off,
yep.
knowing that we lost the ground.
You know all the details.
Yeah.
I figured out how to get my headphones on here and get it to connect up to StreamYard and then change my mic setting over to the Bluetooth so I can actually go out there and communicate and hear next time, hopefully. I spent half a day doing that or more. Key fob came in and helped me test and let me know, yeah, no, nay, huh? What'd you say? I'm so glad you weren't in that playful mood of just messing with me and telling me all the opposite answers. I never got it because you would do something like that.
I'm gonna be honest. When it's time, when I can see the frustration, and I know you need to resolve it rather than get comedic relief.
Yeah.
Then I'll be serious and help you solve the problem.
Okay.
But I think you just need to laugh. Then
yeah, then we'll do that.
Good morning, Mama.
What were you saying, sick bastard? Did it go in the ether?
No, I got it still. The second time, the first time, no, the second time. Second time I had the motor done in the night train. Had it all done, and after like a couple months, I'm riding it, and it starts dying, dude. And it's all at once, and we couldn't figure out what was going on with the bike. So he's like, go take it to my buddy out in Long Island at this shop, and he'll throw it on the dyno. He'll put all these sensors on it, and he'll figure out exactly what it's doing. So the last dyno run he does, it finally replicated the issue. And he found it. And it was a 1 in 35,000 mishaps. It was the rod that goes through the butterfly inside the throttle body was cracked in half. And each part of that rod had a little lip on it. So occasionally it would stick together and grab, but also it would come apart and not open the throttle body. So when it wouldn't open the throttle body under the load of the throttle, all the sensors would shut down the computer. And then the bike would shut off. I was like, why is the bike shutting off?
Like, who knows that knowledge unless it's actually happened to you and you figured that out? Nobody'd be able to tell you what was going on.
He found it. He took it apart. He's dealt with it like 1 or 2 other times, he said, and he showed it to me. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, bro. And I still have it. It's in my workbench. It's in a plastic bag. It's the piece of it's the butterfly and the rod that goes through the butterfly, and it's cracked perfectly in half.
Wow.
Yeah.
Key-fob, you been there? How you doing, Bull Moto? It was the flux capacitor. Yeah, 1980s flux capacitor.
Flux capacitor.
You know exactly. So that's insane. What Rob was saying here. Carl, his a neighbor. Just going back to I can't. Good Lord. I should have started. Fell off a ladder 20 foot. 20 foot. That's double what I was just telling you about being on my garage. And a fall from there would be, you could do that without getting hurt as long as you were, a little bit in shape. 20 foot? I don't know, man. It had to have been some healthy bushes.
Yeah, man.
Good bushes.
Yeah, man.
Good bushes. Good bush.
There's some pretty little bushes over here.
Kind of bush I like.
Yeah. Mm.
Look, equipment has to work as intended. It doesn't. If it doesn't, then it breaks. Yeah. Like and subscribe. We have a Carney link out there. Okay. Drop links. Sub up if you haven't been there. Let's see. Randy rides. I love a zero maintenance bike. Just had to replace ignition and a tire in 7 years. We can call that zero. Because that's, a little bit's going to happen.
What I call zero is when I take it to the shop and have somebody else do it.
It's still good.
That sounds like zero. Well, not price. Price isn't zero. But
yeah, the price isn't.
Yeah.
But that's zero maintenance for me.
Yeah, that's zero maintenance for me is right.
No bueno. Good morning, Brittany. Congrats. 61 today.
Yeah, congratulations, Brady.
Yeah, a big thing. Second gear needs to be stronger. Why is that, Fob? When I'm on it, come out of first. Second needs to be ready to make the pull.
Oh, yeah. Dude, when you're looking for second, you always hit neutral.
Especially if you're in a group and you're racing a little bit.
See, I had that problem when I first started riding.
It does happen.
And then I learned just jam the hell out of it. Just lift the shit out of it and get it in there. And
yeah. You need the auto shift, auto blip, or however. How does all that work? They got stuff you don't even have to.
The heel shifter.
Yeah.
No, the heel shifter, I hear those break a lot more often. Yeah. So I don't need that.
See, I don't care for them.
Rainy 61 today, I think 61.
Mine fell off. The heel fell off. Vibrated loose and fell off.
Not age-wise.
Yeah, 61 days, bro. Not
celebrating. We're celebrating days.
Heck yeah.
Of the newfound
and if she's 61,
power.
God bless her. She looks like a freaking kid.
She's gone feral.
I watched your video last night. I couldn't comment because it was on the TV, so I was tired. But I did watch your video, and you talked a little bit about it, and you did the ride, the vertical ride. About 20-some minutes, I think it was.
Oh, man.
I had to do the halftime on it.
If it was a temple ride
today. How's your pup? Some chicken wants to know, how's your pup doing, Fob?
So we are sure he's not going to be able to see, but the doctors took him back to the vet yesterday. The doctor is concerned his respiratory infection hasn't cleared up yet. Wow. So what they did is they took a blood draw from one of their bigger dogs. We took ours, but they didn't need it. And spun down a serum from that blood draw to put into his eyes. And that hopefully will at least help them heal quicker and help him fight the infection. That he's having a hard time getting rid of it. He's on 2 antibiotics now.
Yeah.
So we're just keeping him comfy, keeping him cool, keeping him well fed. And we're just waiting.
Oh, good. There's hope. Always hope.
Good morning, Salty Bad.
Sick bastard had the most hope. Yeah, Salty. Who misses that the Salty show? I swear I was thinking about it hard this morning and all his intro and the different little things he did and the way it went down and I think gosh, what does he think when he kind of doesn't do that no more? Do you miss it, or do you worry about it like losing its steam? Because he was building up pretty good audience, and I'm like going, well, he's a chopper guy right now. He's got this time limit and prioritizing. What's where
Yeah.
to go. It's hard to do. I want to do everything, and
Yeah,
you're gonna
man.
get good at something. You gotta. It's like what's your time left? We haven't seen an update on that in a while.
Yeah.
Pretty song, Connie. How you doing? Good morning.
Yeah, we're happy to have internet again.
Hell yeah, Mr. Mac.
You've been on a roll. I haven't seen a pouty face about your internet in quite some time.
No, it's been staying on, so
It's good.
Unless a tree hits the power line, we're
yeah.
not.
Oh, and that does happen. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I know.
You gave that internet some Viagra, didn't you?
Well, they've got a network out here. Let's just say up in Crane Hill, that section gets taken out. It
Now he's
won't affect
going.
me down here. They bypass and route it around the damaged area. But if they take my line out, then I'm gone.
No bad weather your way. You've had enough of it. You had spring all spring and summer.
And it's starting again today.
Yeah.
We got 4 straight days of storm.
We had a monsoon out here. I mean, like all the gutters were like you could see just where the hump of the road curves a little bit right out front here. It came down hard.
You guys saw this tragedy out in Kerrville, Texas. Angelique and I was there back in November of last year. We went right by Kerrville on 10, and that Guadalupe River is right there. Comes to right by the freeway down there. Oh my gosh, I just was just heartsick to see them kids killed. Out there at summer camp. That's a pretty area of Texas in that area.
That one time at summer camp. Is that what you said? What were you saying about summer camp? What the hell were you saying about summer
Too
camp?
soon, sick. Too soon.
Too
Y'all
soon?
can't hear me. Am I too low? Y'all can't hear me.
Yeah, I hear you. Just a little low.
Oh, I can't turn it up any louder. Maybe they got me muted back.
What on what?
They're calling me.
They're having a hard time hearing me.
I hear you great.
Yeah.
Well, anyhow, what I was saying, sick, is Kerrville, Texas, is over there where this past weekend where they had the major death. Now it's up to 100 people and maybe more. Angelique and I went through there in November, right by Kerrville, along the Guadalupe River on I-10 last November. Did anybody hear that?
No.
Well,
Yeah, I heard that.
I hear you.
I didn't think nobody was able. I knew you can hear me, but they're not hearing me.
I heard you.
Yeah, I even turned your mic up a little bit here, and I hear you fine. I didn't think it was a problem. Now, what I was seeing, like, yours is the only one that says 720, old Mac. I don't think that matters either. Did you make a setting on yours so that you come on at 720 instead of 1080? Doesn't matter.
Hell no, I didn't change anything.
Oh,
I'm on. I don't. Does YouTube let you go up to 1080? I'm on you. Oh no, I'm on StreamYard, so I didn't change anything. This is since I put the new system on. How do I change it to 1080?
You look great. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was wondering because we got this new thing over on the right side in StreamYard, and it puts up everybody's icon on the right side there. When you pop it, instead of seeing the chats, you pop out everybody here, and it'll show their mic levels. It'll show the actual meter, and then it says 1080p on everybody except you have 720. I was just curious if you knew about that and did it on purpose, and it doesn't matter what bit you look great, just like everybody else. It's only
I want to look beautiful.
Know the deal for it.
I want to look beautiful. I just don't want to look great. I want to look beautiful. So I'm going to go to 1080. I'm going to try to get it all the way to 4K, man. If I can get it up, I'm going to give you 4K.
Back in 4K.
Now we're talking.
What?
Now we're talking.
I don't think the terminology "if I can get it up"
and they're doing it
should have been used.
Yeah, I don't think that's
Everything, like I said, everything's on Viagra over there.
But don't worry, Dean.
The
If he
internet.
can get it up, he's going to
Man.
get you 4K, baby.
Oh my gosh.
yeah, baby.
Oh, Sprout. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, we're all going to hell in a handbasket.
Sorry, we were yapping our asses off, Mac, and you were over there trying to
Well,
hear.
the fiberglass people are here. The fiber cable optics people are here.
Again?
Yeah, they this is all brand new. They're going to have to do some changes as time goes by. You
Yeah.
reckon if I went down into settings right down here below, I could change the camera setting?
Oh, okay.
You think it would happen?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
All right, I'm gonna hit settings and see what happens.
Yeah.
Do they give you?
Oh,
like,
it is. Oh, here it is, right here. Oh, hell, right here. Oh, yeah.
I knew
didn't
you'd
change
know.
it.
There you did.
There.
1080.
Hell,
And
I should
you
be
joined
all.
the 1080 club.
Yeah, yeah. I see the 1080 now.
You should
1080
ask
by 420.
Mr. Mac. You should
420.
You should ask them if every time they come to your house, if you can have a month off of a month free. You'll see how quick they stop coming to your house.
I'm so grateful that I have what I've got.
You in
And
Virginia?
them's the nicest people. I'm telling you, I've had workers come out here. It's got an attitude, you've had them to come to your house like
Of course.
you're nothing in our eyes. You're just a customer. And these people here were like so grateful I was there.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. It's nice to be appreciated.
Yeah. Texas floods are crazy, man. I didn't forget about it, but I just haven't been thinking about it. And Rob brought that up. It is nuts. 100 some people have died already or more.
Yeah. It's horrible.
Yeah, I haven't checked the news today. Yeah, but there's over 100 yesterday, and I go,
Yep.
well, I know the number's going to rise because there's one
Probably.
place there was 41 people missing.
Yeah.
They found two young girls, and they was holding on. Two sisters are holding on to each other in a tree.
Yeah.
Like 20 feet up in the air.
Yeah,
Really?
that's right.
Oh, is that the one that they helicoptered
Yeah.
we saw in the Yeah. I was like, God, she's hanging on. She got both her legs wrapped around that guy and hanging on. I could imagine. It's great to be
No,
rescued, but man,
These two girls wasn't rescued. They was found wrapped their arms around each other. Two sisters died holding each other.
oh, died.
Oh,
Okay.
They were way up in a tree.
Oh my God.
So they died up there because they ended up getting the flood. The waters reached them.
They was actually drowned and they washed up into the tree, but they were still clinging on to one another.
Oh, God, I
I didn't
understand.
hear about that one.
That's
It was on my YouTube thing. It wasn't a YouTube story, and it showed showed the camera rescue crew that went in there, and I mean it's not a made up thing. It wasn't one of those clickbait things that get you to feel sad and emotional. It was just one of those stories.
one of many.
One of over 100 stories had to be told.
That's horrible, dude.
Yeah, nobody understands the damage over in North Carolina, South Carolina. From that hurricane, you boys were hitting in Florida. Hell, you only seen a bit of it compared to what they got up in the Carolinas.
I watched
I mean,
a documentary on that. It was ridiculous, the amount of damage. You
So
know,
much-
you would go a couple miles down the river and there would be no damage. And then like a half mile away, there'd be like just complete and uttermost devastation. It just depended on where the homes were located. And the water takes the path of least resistance.
Yeah. That's right. Terrors in Texas at times. Did I just say terrors in Texas at times?
Yeah, terror's in
Say that
Texas
3 times.
things, and
Fast.
so is Angry D. Angry D's in Texas.
I spent a lot of time in Texas. They stationed me over there in San Antonio. In fact, my sister Connie, she lived over there. We were working there at the international airport. we were there, I believe, in 1970. Yeah, that was not. I was there twice. I had to go twice. 1970.
What is this? Oh, that's the whole movie.
Hey, enough. Is that yo? Is unnecessary. That is complete yo. Everybody, seriously, they're all leaving. I got 3 fiber optic fans across the street.
Yeah, that'll raise an alarm.
Yeah, I know they're not happy.
Yeah, they're
Chill out.
just doing their job. They got like, damn, I thought that's what I was supposed to do for you. Let you know what the hell's going on. It's like us kids, we got yelled at for no matter what we did anyway.
I got Bella and Jade at the window. I got Leia right to my right, laying down, not making a move, and I got the little one behind me, just like whatever.
Says you're gonna lay down and look out a little bit. I'll let Jade do the work. I'm just gonna take a little siesta.
For real. Like, oh, that was enough. A bark or two. Look, they're all leaving. See? All right.
Yeah. Yeah. There was no treat
it.
there. There was no damn treat there.
They're all leaving. They're gone. All that for nothing. Exhausted.
Connie and I, we had some damn good times in Texas. In 1970, I was 30 years old. Hell, I was just full of piss and vinegar then, and life was good. Her husband and I rode to Padre Island from San Antonio on our bikes, and we got down there and we was having fun, and all of us are smoking cigars. And when we rolled out, I had an old Harley. And when we rolled out, a big chunk of fire rolled out, went under my aviator glasses right into my eyeball. That took all the cool away.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah. I've had ash go in my eye, especially hot ash. It's not comfortable.
Yeah. The littlest things I know, Rob. Squirrel.
I'm so glad I quit smoking. Even though sometimes I want a cigarette, I just glad I'm quit.
You know, I was obsessing a little bit on, geez, why don't you just grab one of those vapes again, and I'm a little vape every now and then. Then, you know what I did is I went on YouTube and I started looking up stuff and then I found out a lot of the medical stuff and the things behind it. And I was just like,
popcorn wall.
Anyway, that's what I had. Yeah, that's what I had to do, was to remind myself that there are issues. It's not a freebie. It's not just, like having a stick of gum.
Yeah.
Sugar free.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's consequences. So I was like, yeah, forget that.
Never mind.
Just obsessing. I recognize my obsession and stuff. Sometimes I don't have to act on it.
And one of the best things, another thing I quit doing a long time ago was drinking soda.
Yeah.
I must have quit drinking soda probably over 10 years ago.
I got to start giving up on them too.
What you gonna give up on? You ain't giving up on nothing, Mac. I know you're not. What are you gonna say?
I used to drink a lot of soda.
What have I got to lose, right?
No, I guess, but
could have contributed to me getting type 1 diabetes, all the soda I used
oh man.
When I was a kid and stuff, and then when I got in my teenage years, all through those years, I drank soda. 50 grams of sugar each can, sometimes 60. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, whatever. That's 60 packets of sugar.
Yeah.
Per can.
That's a lot. Really? Wow.
60. Like if you went to a rest stop, like a Buc-ee's or whatever, or just any gas station, and take 60 packets of sugar and put them in your hands and put it in front of your face, be like, dude, that's just one can of soda. I'm going to put that in my body.
You see what Rob Neighbor is saying about his about about this guy that at 90 years old been drinking a 6-pack of dew a day.
Oof. I mean, there's got to be some kind of eventual consequences to
And
that.
hopefully he makes 100.
I mean, yeah, like
They say that sugar can actually do more damage than what we've been known about. I forgot how it works in your veins. Like if you worry about cholesterol,
it's a
the
catalyst.
sugar is going to actually do a whole lot worse because they will stiffen and horrible. And that's what you suffer from. That's why your legs had a little bit of problem because of the insulin problem that you have and sugar attacking your body, right?
Everything. If I eat something without shooting insulin, it'll circulate in my body for 90 days.
Anything.
After those 90 days, yeah, 60 grams of anything ain't good. And after that those 90 days and over those 90 days, it eventually sticks to my arteries, is what happens, like glue. Because it can't be absorbed. It just floats around,
Mm-hmm.
so it sticks to something.
Yeah, they say the sugar-free stuff. I don't know, Ra. I ain't no expert, but this stuff that you hear is worse for you. Might as well just have the sugar. Because of the toxicity of sweeteners, and the sweeteners, anything that tastes sweet tells your body, even if it doesn't have the stats behind it like a sugar would, it does the same. Your body will react the same way. Plus, you got the toxic replacement in there.
Yeah, and eventually I went to like sugar-free Arizona, and that would make me piss a lot, and then I stopped drinking that.
It tastes bad too.
And it doesn't taste that great either, exactly. No. And then finally I just switched over to water, and I add flavoring to it. I add Mios to the water.
That red number 5?
Well, whatever it is, I don't care what it is. I mean, I don't care what kind of cancer-causing agents that stuff has. All I know is I'm drinking water with some cancer-causing agents put in it.
I took my dog for a ride yesterday, Moto, and he when we get up to speed, he always turns around and puts his head up on my shoulder. And Angelique took her camera while we was riding, and she took videos of him, and he was just happy as a pig in mud. I ain't kidding.
Yeah.
He loves to ride.
No kidding. That's good. And you used that little harness thing that you built for him that you had. Yeah,
that's he snapped on it. It's strapped onto me, and he's strapped to it, so he can't get down no matter what he does.
Yeah.
Oh, he wouldn't even try.
No.
He wouldn't want to miss the ride.
Well,
he likes it when I wheelie.
What's the Mountain Dew that was red and it was called Fire something?
Oh, that stuff was awful.
Really? I loved it when I was.
Did you? Oh, I mean,
I was younger anyway. Yeah.
Chemicals, dude.
I didn't know about that.
Oh my god.
I was younger. It was the least concern in my life. Chemicals that I thought I needed to stay away from were way different than soda. And the coloring.
Code red. Code red.
Code red. That's right.
Now I'm thinking of I said fire or something. Fire.
Yeah, you did.
Close.
Fireball.
That's had a lot of those too.
Oh hell yeah!
Wow.
Those are good.
Bam.
Lemon drops, fireballs.
I landed in Dallas Fort Worth at 1 o'clock in the morning, and they met me at the airport, and we went straight to the bar. And I had four Jaeger bombs. I didn't sleep all day the next day. I mean, I was like that. I had 4 Jaeger bombs at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Did you ever graduate up to the Goldschlager?
Yeah, I don't know.
They got gold flakes in it. You'd be
really?
You'd be way better off with that.
Yeah.
My little nuggets that I would pass the poop would have character.
Yeah.
It'd be flashing some gold.
Whew. Still remember that song called Black Velvet.
What's that other drink? The green bottle with the giant elk on it.
Jaeger.
That's Jaeger.
Jägermeister.
That's what your that's what your
Yeah,
Jaeger bombs are made out of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jaeger and Red Bull.
Red
My-
Bull and yeah.
My buddy Paulie's got a Jaeger chopper, dude. He's got a Jaeger bottle welded to the or somehow welded to the frame or something. It's awesome.
Oh, Robert had
Oh, shit.
blood poisoning. He had alcohol poisoning from Goldslager.
Oof. Oh. Ooh.
Can't
You
be
know,
good.
I can't blame the Goldschlager. I have to blame the ninth grade part.
Yeah, I had to blame the ninth grade.
That was in
Exactly.
ninth grade.
Exactly, Barney. Exactly, bro. I gotta blame the ninth grade part on that one.
I bet you go with Goldschlager now, Robert, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
I'd give it another try.
That
I'd give it another
mistake
try.
again, bro. It's just
Put
like
it in the freezer, you know.
it took me 20 years to touch tequila again.
Oh, dude. I try to stay away from that shit.
Oof, that was fucking.
They make you
gross.
goofy.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's it. I've woken up in places I don't know where I was.
So much fun though. Like,
You know,
how many more of these do I
being-
have to get to that point? Because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to get to that point. And then I'm at that point, like, where did that come from? I don't even remember it no more.
Well, the
being
bad part
part,
for me, it's like, okay, how when I think about it, it's like it must have been a fun time, but then it's like it must have not because I don't remember shit.
I don't remember a
Yeah.
goddamn thing.
you know, being Irish or part Irish, my mom, when we was in the first grade of school, it'd be cold, and before we went to school, she would make us a hot toddy for our body. It
Hot
was
toddy.
whiskey with hot water and sugar. And we'd drink it down because we had to go up and stand up there at the bus stop.
Wow.
And it would be really cold. She'd give us a hot toddy for our body. Now, we wasn't a bunch of alcoholics. My mom lived to be 89 years old, but
Yeah.
before she went, I went to the nursing home, and her and I sat out there and had cold Budweiser beer.
Nice.
Nice.
When we gave her a wake, we sent her out in style like most people would love to go, you know.
Yeah.
And we did it in the area that they were
That's
so
fun.
holy up there that you know, one of them Bible belt thumping places up there, but they just had to accept this as the way it's going to be. And I live in a place where you got dry areas and
I need
wet
some
areas.
family like you, man.
We got places that's dry and wet. Like my county is dry.
Sounds
You
like
can't buy
Arkansas.
liquor nowhere except approved town.
Oh yeah.
But everybody drives to the place that's wet and drinks all the way back to the house.
Damn.
How damn crazy is that? How can you take adults and just give them a little county over there that allow you to drink like an adult and have to drive across the place there they do all that kind of hissing and blowing at you because he's got that alcohol in him. Yeah, we got to
Yeah.
keep him down. I sat
Adult bodies and kid minds.
I sat and watched my neighbors. We'd be at the pool and we'd be enjoying a few adult beverages, and then there's all this. You could see the sneer.
That is.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine if alcohol was never invented? Like it just never. It was never ever like.
Yeah.
It didn't exist ever. Like there
Yeah.
was no need for it or whatever, and it was like whatever. They never found it. They never made it. They never did anything with it. And it was just like the green.
Booze has been around forever.
I know it has, but imagine if it wasn't.
It'd be weird.
Yeah.
Hey, think about this. Those that reads the Bible, and there are a lot of people claim that they're religious, but they never open the book. They only listen to what somebody else says. What did God say about the grape? He gave it to man as a gift. Now we're talking about wine. And then what did Noah do when his ship landed after 40 days and 40 nights, or how many years he was out floating around? First thing he did, he broke him out a keg of his good select wine. That ain't bullshitting you. He got himself so damn drunk that the angels had to tell him to cover his ass up, man. He's laying up there all naked and everything. But who was going to see it? There's only a handful of people in the world at that time.
Well, Jesus offered wine to all the disciples.
That's right. And how about making Jesus went into the basement
That
and
was high C.
turned water into wine? I know people here say, yeah, but that was
high
just
C.
grape juice.
That was high
Bullshit
C.
on that. You cannot take a grape and put it in a vat without fermenting it. What happens? The yeast on the grape will turn to sugar. It'll produce alcohol.
Yeah.
And that old bullshit. It was just grape juice. And what did they say about the slaves working building the pyramids? The pharaohs was told to give the workers mead, which is a beer made of grain. That's all throughout the Bible, but people don't like to read that part, you know. Oh hell no! With society we live in, they'll find a verse that fits their lifestyle, and they'll hit you in the head with the Bible to make you learn that verse.
So surprised.
Their version of that verse.
Yeah, that's the only way you get me up on top of a pyramid.
Look, I'm frowning. I'm frowning.
There's
That's
no
one way to get me off of the pyramid too.
Yeah.
there's no medical use for alcohol.
There's no medical use for alcohol?
Yeah, there is. Cleaning your wounds.
Yeah, because every time they give you a needle in your arm, they always rub it with alcohol before they stick it in.
Yeah. But you can use other stuff. You can use iodine.
You can't drink that alcohol either.
Well, you can. Yeah, exactly. You can't drink that.
Try to take a little sip of that once.
Yeah, take that. Yeah, drink that.
Well, actually, right in the holy book here, it talks about taking a little wine for stomach's sake.
Yeah.
That's right in there. You know, when you're feeling a little poorly and everything, just a little glass of Shebets, you know.
It's from
Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah.
Boone Spring.
Gingers can be made from a lot of alcohol, but
maybe a couple of hits, you know, and then some Boone Spring. Granny Green Spring. Oh, we had so many wines back in the 70s. We would fondue, we'd smoke, and we'd eat all that fondue stuff, and we drank all those wines, you know, Granny Green Springs and Mad Dog 2020.
exactly.
I grew up.
You can use other stuff. I think I was telling that to Sick the other day too. But I guess you can use other stuff. But like the tingers, my neighbor, he knows all about that, and he makes some. I think with mushrooms too. And you do it with the alcohol, and you're only using like 4, 5, 6 drops, if that, whatever the tinger is, depending on what it is. You don't have enough that it would ever affect you.
Oh,
drops.
yes.
But that's what they're made for. Curing ugly.
Alcohol has been curing ugly women for years.
Fix your eyes, huh? Fix your damn eyeballs.
Oh, I love it, Dallas. I love it. Yeah. That's that coyote ugly, you know, when you wake up next morning, she's so damn ugly, you know your arm off to get away from her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. We love women now, obviously.
Tickle Pink got me drunk on the ooh, I was sick.
Rolex ugly.
Yeah, I heard that Rolex one the other day, whatever that was about. That was in the that's in that link you sent me. Rob, I did see that.
Oh, Dallas, you're so forgiven.
Dude, you hit it right to the point.
You notice ain't no women on here now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
No, I'm not advocating people going out and start drinking. No, there's too many ways to live and have a good life without. I don't do any. I do. I'll have me a drink, but what I mean,
Yeah.
I don't take any pain pills. I don't take none of those other things, stimulants from chemicals. I don't do that. I will do a little. I will take a smoke. I'll eat me some gummies. I will drink me a drink, and I don't never feel that I'm going to die and burn in hell forever because I have taken
Oh,
a
no.
drink. Because
Not at all.
the point I was trying to
Yeah.
make there is it's well covered and
Well, that's the difference
documented.
between being an addict or an alcoholic. You crave that. You can't stop once you start a lot. And that doesn't always necessarily happen like that, but it becomes a bad dependency for some, and that
Oh, yeah.
affects their life, their families, their jobs, and they keep doing it anyway. That was me at one time. So that was like, yeah, it's poison for me. I can't do it. Could I do it again and have a couple? I probably could, but
I just think it brings more
don't need
misery. It brings more misery than good.
yeah.
And
I just
you
think
and
they're risky.
many, yes, and you, Sick, and many other people, it's not for them.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean,
Some people are
like that,
responsible
you know.
with it.
Yeah, it's responsible. You gotta be responsible.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
You
I
smoke
think it's a good
grass?
idea to just drive a few blocks. I'm okay. I'll be all right.
Oh, yeah. There are a lot of people
I'm
said
just
that
an
died.
idiot. I'm an idiot.
When we was out
Absolutely.
having lunch the other day, we had one of those big margaritas.
I saw
And then
that. Yeah.
right towards the end, the young guy come over and said, "Another round?" And I looked over and I pointed at my helmet. I said, "No, I got to ride, man."
Oh shit. He was
I
ready
want
to hook you up.
I want to ride and stay alive.
What does a margarita cost nowadays? $10?
$21. That
Oh.
margarita was $21.
That's a few Mac dollars right there. How many is
hell
that?
yeah.
3, 6, 9, 12,
God,
Lunch,
15.
they better
lunch
put
for her and
a bottle of tequila in that
7.
margarita.
that lunch we had for her and I, and the margarita each was $70.
7 $3 Mac bills for that.
Oh
Plus
yeah,
the tip.
yeah. I was going to give the boy a $3 bill over there, but I decided not to.
It's
And I was
worth way
also
more
going to
than
give
real
him.
money.
I was going to give him a $20 tip, but when
Don't.
he brought me the bill over, see, he had already charged to my account, and then I'm supposed to add the tip on there. And I thought, I don't like doing it that way. I always like to hand whoever waits. A person that waits on me, we get the tip. I don't ain't interested in the cook or the owner of the store or the beautiful flowers in the building. I ain't interested in all that stuff. The person that waits on me is when it should be tipped. And I like to hand it to them directly. I don't like to put that crap on my card because
Yeah.
they have availability. Then the store can claim 18% of it. The cook can get his share. The bellhop and
Yeah.
the time the guy that waited on me, he gets 18 cents,
Yeah.
and then he has to pay tax on it. No, I guess that's been changed. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah, weed is a dope because the government said it was. You take a living in Washington and Oregon, they don't see it that way. Colorado doesn't see it that way.
A lot of people did it,
In Mexico don't see it that way.
right?
That's right.
Just mind or mood altering to get high and to get jacked up. Same thing like what you do with weed. Well, how much can I, you know what I mean? So depending on the nature of your brain and what you're doing, it's I would say it still can be, it's definitely a drug. Get you high, make me made some bad decisions. I don't want
couple of
to be
years-
driving
You know, that's
stoned
kind of
and-
weird. When,
I can't do it.
because
I can, but not
As
as
much as I
effectively if I was
smoke-
clear-headed.
As much as I smoke and as much as I can drink, I can still function a lot better on this than booze.
That's true.
Yeah.
But it's not really a legit justifier in a way. Like I remember being so blazing. I'd leave stuff on top of the car while I'm getting ready to do stuff in the car, and I go set it up in there, and I'd be like, and all of a sudden I'll come like, oh wow, I was really like shit. I left that stuff up, and just weird stuff like that. Did that with your baby carriage or some weird shit like that. You're little. I mean, there's just a ton of things, man. For me, that I would be legit not to do or leery of not to do.
If you're a beer drinker,
like
you
stay
have to
home.
be about 4 beers into it before you actually start to feel anything on beer. I mean, that's me. once you get into about 4 beers, what do you do the rest of the afternoon? Back and forth to the damn toilet peeing. You take a
Yeah.
good hit of some good, you take some good cushions,
Well,
you take a hit on it. You don't go to piss or nothing for like 4 or 5 hours, you
You
know?
might go to the fridge.
Oh, hell, you're going to go there. Oh, yeah, but you better be prepared.
yeah. I never liked having 3 or 4 beers during the day because after you come down, first one, I'd probably feel a little depressed, or physically, I'd feel a little bit like, man, well, the rest of my day's shot. I just don't feel it's not good. And then it's like, well, to avoid that situation, I just keep doing this all day, you know? And that was like, that was my problem.
I think the worst issue I had with smoking was looking for my lighter and it was in my hand.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do that stuff sober too, believe me. But
Yeah.
like right now, I think about it, but I know I can't do it. Like, yeah, I'd like to have something to take me away a little bit, maybe once in a while, and
I want to
have a
see.
little different view or perspective or a little different feeling. But
Oh, then you get it for that. You have to get into the fungi.
at the cost of yeah, I got that on my big toe. I'm good.
His sick got up quick after I said that one.
When I was going to school, when I was going to school, I met a guy, and he said, "Have you ever tried mushrooms?" I go, "I love mushrooms on steak." He said, "No, I'm talking about cultured mushroom." He said, "No," and so he had this mushroom. It was called psilocybin, I believe it was, and
Suicide.
yeah, and he rolled up a $20 bill, and he took a hit with it like he would do cocaine. And then he said, "Give it a try." And I watched him. So, and my wife was there, and she gave it a big old hit too. You know, and we snorted up that psilocybin. 6 damned hours, our life was changed.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
bet.
there was colors, there was things coming out of the screen. I was stuck on a word inside my head, and I couldn't move past that word. I was frozen in that word. I went, "Oh hell!"
Was the air breathing?
Pardon me?
Was the air breathing?
Everything. I mean, I have never, everything was alive. I mean, everything, even the room I was in was, it was
Right.
like them movies where stuff come out of the walls. Yeah, like that. I go, "Oh, that was 6 hours," and
Yeah,
it hit the two of us exactly the same. Oh, it was like, yeah, like 3D.
Mm-hmm.
that was
Yeah.
fun when I was really young. I remember that. Like now, it would ruin it for me. I don't know why. I just like that kind of stuff would ruin my day. I'd be paranoid. I'd be worried somebody needs help. I'd be worried that I needed to do something responsible, but I couldn't function because I made a choice
Yeah.
to do all this weird stuff with my head.
Yeah.
And now I can't help my grandbaby. I can't help my daughter. I can't help myself in a way because I'm taking this fun little trip. So,
Yeah.
and I get guilt and shame behind that. That's like part of that disease and addiction, man. I
Yeah.
just can't
I
do it. I get
understand that feeling.
hmm
Gotta be with in good company, not be worried about any stupid stuff, and want to
Yeah.
have a good time.
Those are too many conditions.
I did that mushroom in May of
Never happened
1970. It
for
was
me.
May of 1970, and I've never done it again. I thought that
Yeah.
one trip was all I will ever need.
You opened that door, you took a peek, you looked
Now,
around a little bit for a couple hours,
Yeah.
and you
I was
closed
like that song. I had to check in to see what condition my condition was in.
was in.
yeah. Well, that's good,
Oh,
Robert. Glad you can do it, man. Not me.
Awesome, yeah. Oh boy, plenty of that at the Dead and Company in Vegas. There's plenty of everything in Dead and Company in Vegas.
you know, when we went to Washington,
Andy.
Angelique had never been stoned in her life ever. She'd never, not once. So
Who?
we went to the shop there. So the day we arrived, that was 2 years ago. They had these colas, and she wanted this orange cola. And he said, "This, it's a THC cola now." And he said, "This is pretty potent." And so we go home. She opens a bottle and she drank 3 or 4 drinks of it. She said, "This is delicious." And she drank the whole thing down. And, you know,
Yeah.
and while we was chewing some gummies, she drank that drink. It put her away. I'm talking about she was just gone.
Yeah.
We had a lot of company come over, and she was like a log laying over there. Everybody walked around her, you know, and finally, I guess she smelt the chicken they was cooking in there, and then she come drifting in there to the kitchen and had some chicken, and she got the munchies, I guess.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, she said she'll never go there again. She said you can't believe all the stuff she saw.
Yeah.
So hers was a trip of paranoia. I
Yeah.
mean, it was totally. She said it was so fearful. Everything was so scary, and so nobody was. She was so far into it that we couldn't make contact with her. Like, wake up, Angelique!
Contact. Yep. Gone.
Didn't work. She was just somewhere else in another world. And then we went out the next day and took this 140-mile-per-hour ride on a jet boat. You might have seen my video. It's got a 632
I
big
did.
engine in it, and this son of a gun. I mean, it will ride flat at 100 miles per hour, and then when he throttles up on it, you see that big opening on that blower thing. That would just go up like this. Woo! It was fast. We raced 3
Great
other
boat.
boats.
Something
He
about
had
boats. Sorry.
one of his jet boats had a Cobra engine in it. It had the 32 valve Cobra engine in it. Ford
Wow.
Cobra. That was fast. I never got to ride on that one.
They sound so good too when they're out there and you hit it and you're just skimming across that water. It's a blast.
And that Cobra one made over 800 horsepower.
Yeah, you can pretty much idle around most of those lakes and be hauling ass.
Ooh. On this Lake Kavanaugh we was on is surrounded by all these snow-capped mountains, and when we got down on one end, it was about 30-mile long lake. It's a pretty good size. He put it up in the high gear, and he has what's called turbo boost. It's something he can change the nozzle down in the bottom to make it go into overdrive, makes the impeller turn more. Oh my God, when he put it up in that overdrive thing, it was fast.
Hmm.
I really enjoyed it. That was my birthday gift.
Yeah.
That was June the 30th.
Speed on water is so much different than speed on land.
We were out there in somewhere between Hawaii and San Diego in an aircraft carrier called the Nimitz CVN-68, and we were going to recover. They had flew to meet us from California Naval Base. F-16, no, F-14 Tomcats. They was flying out to meet us, and we were at speed. And I was down there at water level where they build up the engines. And my God, I'm looking out there, and you could have easily skied behind this 97,000-ton aircraft carrier. I mean, we were moving.
Yeah.
It's classified how fast it'll go, but it will run.
See you, Robert.
So long, Robert.
Stuff
Bye-bye,
done,
Robert.
man. All right. Yeah, it's about that time anyway. Quarter till. I think Robert gave me the nod without actually saying it. Like, yeah, it's time to go, isn't it?
Mm.
That it is. Hopefully I get to ride today. Yesterday I didn't because all that rain that was.
Oh, let me tell you, Salty Badger, we built a ship, the Boeing company did, and I've got it on the wall over here. They gave me a little citation. This is called the PHM, Pursuit Hydrofoil Missile. It flies on the top of the water. You see them down at Pensacola. This thing will fly on 15-foot stilts. And we were out at sea testing out there. You left the Strait of Juan de Fuca and go out in the Pacific. And he was at speed in 15-foot seas, and our hull was above the water. Oh man, it was really fast. and then he fired the 4-inch rapid fire cannon in the front, and it just covered the whole front of the bridge there with smoke from the barrel. It was awesome.
Black Dragon got some good lives sometimes. Black
Hell,
Dragon, yeah.
yeah, he sure does, man.
Black Dragon biker. He got a cool, soothing voice that's easy to listen to as well.
Reminds me of Barry White.
He's a fast boat engineer. Navy boats and ships are no joke. Yeah.
He's got that deep voice.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Barry
Very
White.
crisp and pronounced. Uh-huh. Yeah, and some good views.
Soothing.
So watching the flex of a ship during heavy seas walking down a passageway is amazing. You actually see it from the inside, huh?
That's crazy.
Yeah, and how the flexing still keeps sealed.
Oh yeah, we went down in a submarine over there in Bangor, Washington, in the Strait of Juan de Fuca. We had to go down and take an optical class. You say an optical class in a submarine, and the idea is learning how to use an optical square by shooting a laser beam, and while at sea, the ship was moving around. That submarine was in. It was a Trident submarine, and it was flexing. You could literally see the flexing inside. We were down 3 or 4 levels down,
Yeah.
closer to the keel area,
Yeah, I'm sure that's what Salty
probably
talking about. Wow.
level with the props.
Well, it's got to have some, just like buildings, everything, that nothing can be too rigid and solid.
Have you been seeing that thing over in Saudi Arabia where they're building that wall, that wall city, a city like a wall
Yeah, it's
that
in
is
the ground.
hundreds of, it's long, it's over close to 100 miles long,
Yeah, I've
a
seen it.
long straight wall. They're back to working on it again.
It's like a ditch
Yeah.
in the ground. And it's like it's like a mile wide by however many miles long or something.
I saw something like 100 and something kilometers, which would, well, it's that's significant.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw new up to date satellite pictures of it yesterday, and they are still working on it. Everybody thought they had shut down, but I think they're doing a portion of it they don't want to be talking about a lot.
are they having people move into it yet?
No, they're still building it.
Okay.
You know,
I mean, I'm sure after they get like a mile or two down the road or whatever you want to call it, they'll start letting people move in and shops opening, and they'll start turning water on and electric and.
well, keep in mind, there's tens of thousands of workers, and they may be housing them in it already.
Yeah.
As they build. That's usually how they do things. They'll house their working crew.
Yeah.
There's little old Tanner. Look at him. Got that little old nose up there looking at Angelique.
That's awesome.
She broke out a camera and took that picture. He loves it. They got the little tongue out, and he's just happy as he can be.
That's great, man.
I'm so happy she let me have that little dog. Yeah. He's at home. He's laying right over there asleep.
Did you have to bat your eyelashes? Anything? Take it home? Like, please, honey. Like, no.
No, my sister, she her husband had the dog he's 14 years old. And he's
Yeah.
an old military guy, and he was a bearded guy, and that dog, from the minute I walk in the door, it loved me. It came over, laid on my chest, and how could I go home without it? And there it is. And he'll come over when he wants me to pick him up, and he'll come up here and lay right on my beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to get mad at this new dog. It's small, it's cute, it's nice to me. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. I'm like, stop.
You're in.
I'm like, you're killing me. Like, you know exactly who to freaking kiss ass to. He's like, uh-huh.
Well, that's one thing I love about you guys. I look at Keith Bob right up there. Man, God, he He loves
Been
his
weaving
animals.
away, hasn't he?
And his woman is just like him. They all love the animals, and the animals love them back. And
I see
and
what
you
you're
see the
weaving, man.
smiles. You have to work hard to rub the smile off that face.
Yeah. Is that like the same stuff I got on my knife you gave me? That leathery plastic, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's the same type of.
What's that made of?
It's not 550. It's not 275. It's like a 110 cord or something.
Yeah.
I think, if I remember right.
So if you got one out of place,
Oh, I'm taking it apart right now.
and you catch it like 900 knots behind, do you obsess?
No.
Or do you just let it go?
Let it go.
Yeah, that's
Mom-
good, man. That's good you can do that.
Mama Buck, we always keep you in our prayers, Mama Buck.
Absolutely.
Whoopsie. What did I do? I messed that all up.
You
That's cool, though.
are a dear human being.
You like that? We'll get to watch the little smoke machine anyway, center stage.
Stay positive, Mama Buck.
Yeah. I want you to see what this downpour of, I know you've all seen it before, but I didn't really notice it in my video until later, which will be out tomorrow. This was, let me see where I can get it. Like that's what it,
Whoa, look at this.
that was before going into the tunnel. Like I'm sitting, waiting at a stoplight at the tunnel to get
You
in.
know, I watched you when you went through the tunnel when you was having an issue with your engine stopping on you.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, I worried about. I just knew
Dude.
damn well that thing's going to stall
see?
right there.
The only place,
Yeah, talk about anxiety.
like on the left side, I could have hopped up and got up on the guardrails and stay out of way of cars still coming down and not wanting to stop, or somebody not paying attention, or you don't know what could happen in there. That's why you hope the person behind you is very attentive so they'll help you out in a situation like that. Because anyway, so I got out to the other side, and this is what its rain clouds
Look at-
are back there. That it is
Oh,
just
wow.
look at that water coming down,
Yep.
right where you see that light pole. You see that
Yep.
center
Oh, yeah.
funnel,
Yep.
Like, and then you see the rainbow starting
Yeah,
there
I see
too.
the rainbow at the start of it.
Yep.
Yeah, that
That's
was just
crazy. Oh
insane.
yeah, look at that. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, there's another spot where the rainbow came. It's just pretty close to it here. I think I
that
saw it
really-
right up here.
Really the moon in the back?
Where's
Right
the
there it
moon?
is. That's that cloud again after I got off the freeway and I looked off to the right
and
behind me.
you can see the rainbow again down in the corner of the
Yeah, there
Yep.
it is, right there on the right.
Wow.
So I don't know, it was pretty cool. It was fun.
Oh yeah, it's cool.
But that'll be out tomorrow. We back to normal
Oh, yeah.
again? Yeah, now I see what I did. Cool. Yeah.
Always Mama Buck.
Let's see how Buck's mama, how you doing? Good. Yeah,
Let's
you've been
let's give Mama Buckeye a big hand.
Is one enough? Get a little more enthused. I said, give her a hand.
Yeah. All right.
There you go. And if you're bad, Mama Buck, you're gonna get one of these.
Yeah, do that again.
Right
Keith.
on the bare bottom.
I,
And
do
we
it-
don't play
do it again.
favorites here. I hope you're smiling because I'm just trying to make you smile.
Oh my god, that's good. That's fantastic.
If you're bad or good.
That's right. And it's all good. They're good times. They're
Where's
good
Evil
times.
Rick, man? What does Evil Rick say? If you're gonna be good, don't be
Bad,
good.
yeah.
Something be
Be
bad.
real, don't be good. Be real bad.
Yeah, I screwed
Yeah.
up. He does it
Don't try.
perfect.
Don't try. You leave that alone. That's for Rick.
Leave that alone. That's all Evil Rick.
That's for Evil Rick. What else? Do you got the trailer handy, Randy? Did I just say that? If you got the trailer handy, we'll put it up. take a peek. I know I need to go, but it's not like I'm not dying to go. So I need to go, but
I've been trying to go and gas up both bikes the last 2 days.
to do what the last 2 days with bikes? What?
Gas up both bikes.
Oh yeah,
like a mile down the road. Haven't
yeah.
seen.
Keep those tanks coated too inside.
Been able to get out of the house.
I
We
got
gotta go. We gotta go shopping when we leave. When this is over, we're heading out of here.
I got to remind, I got to go start my R1. I got to do some checks on that thing. That thing giving me big problems too. I don't know. I just got to ride it locally and see if it'll give me problems because it really got worse.
Yeah,
It's so bad that I can't even remember what it does anymore.
you were saying it was shutting down on you.
Yeah. Yeah, and it wouldn't stay like it couldn't. Yeah, it's like
It was giving you
something's out of whack.
it's almost like either you're when it does that, try to watch your gauges to see if
I'm going to after you told me that's why.
because
Like,
then you could decipher whether it's
Maybe, yeah.
electrical or fuel.
but I've taken it in like 4 times, and I've waited sometimes 2 months, almost 3 months to get it back. So they're waiting to find the problem, trying to figure out as well, without changing everything that you'd have to on the bike. That would be very expensive to probably get rid of the problem.
haven't they?
So I'm like, got this block in my brain that it can't be something as easy as what you're talking about. And when you told me that the other day, I was like, yeah, okay. Because I'd been in there, and I didn't mean that disrespectfully. I'm just saying because that's what I'm thinking because I brought it in so many times to, professional.
Didn't we decide that we were going to get something that you were going to buy a new pump and filter for it?
Yeah, you did.
But and then you were saying like the OEM one was like ridiculous.
$500-600.
Yes, was
$700. Get it
ridiculous.
installed.
Yeah, ridiculously big money. How much is it if you install it?
It's still around $500.
$500 pump. And what's the non-OEM one? How much is that one?
$40, $50, $60, $100, all within reach, but you have to do a mod to it because it's kind of a universal type pump. I forget. I read on it, so
it's obnoxious.
I guess you don't have a link for it, but that's all right, Randy. If you wanted to share it, you could have. But I just was saying, did a trailer tour for my last vid, going out again at the end of the month. Let's see what the last vid was. And I never even saw the damn last vid. It's never been looked at. Better than homeless, yeah. Let's see it real quick. I'll skim through it. I don't have time to watch it here, at least not on the show here anyway. I should have had it up earlier, but I didn't know about it earlier.
Welcome back to the channel. Today is July the 7th. Finally some nice weather, but it's only 21 degrees. 70 degrees for you people in the States. It is fair to say that this summer so far, has been a total bust, man. It's been a strange year so far. We've barely gotten over 20 degrees this whole entire year. I think last week it was like 29, but it was clouded over and muggy and not very enjoyable at all for...
No.
And I got to set it up more. I got to set it up where it's livable. I might even build a little addition and wood stove type of thing. Because worst case scenario, I might end up at the trailer I'm talking about. And this is my 22-foot Jayco.
Hell yeah.
Trailer. Got it very good price. It's in excellent shape. The dual propane on the front. I only got one hooked up right now, but
That's nice.
12-volt
This is what you're gonna move into.
oven. It's all on propane or shore power. Nice, decent sized fridge.
Do it. I'd love a home
And
like
down
that.
below the fridge is the furnace.
How about you, sick
And
bastard? You
past
can
the
do it.
bathroom is
What?
This, the
Alive?
home.
Oh, the home?
This is the
Yeah.
view coming out of the bedroom.
Hell
That
yeah.
you
I love it.
Even a totally hi-fi cassette deck
Great.
AM/FM radio.
Whose is this?
I can literally open be all this room. I'm gonna have to downsize
Randy
everything.
Rod.
So I'll be
Randy.
going from a massive 1,400 square feet plus amount of room.
I think this
All
is
my
where he's
gear,
moving
all my
out of.
toys, all my everything. It's gonna have to
Yeah,
get
but-
sold to move into a 200 square foot trailer.
Yeah, I think something about something not getting paid, and I don't think it was from his end.
Oh,
And so he ended up having to move out of that place he was staying at.
that sucks.
Something like that. Sorry if I'm a little off on it, Randy, but is what it is, right? Oh, that's Randy Rod's vid.
There's Quick Shoe.
Quick shoe. Good to see you, bro. Ready to get out of here, you guys. So
And Buck's here. What's up, Buck?
Yep.
yeah. Buck was here earlier too. Yeah.
Yeah, that
comes
Hurricane
and goes.
Helene. At Helene, it changed a lot of people's lives.
Like a Boy George song. Comes and goes. Come a chameleon. Is that what it is?
Something like that.
What does all that mean?
He's going to a campsite.
Yeah, make the choice by winner, Randy.
Oh, by winter. Okay.
Oh, Quick Shoe's not going to VAM.
No.
What? No? Meeting up with brother and sister in riding to campsite in PA.
Yeah.
Did he say that back farther or something that he's not going to VAM?
No, it's up ahead a little bit.
Up ahead, very sad motorbound Virginia. And sick bastard ain't going to VAM. Well, you're not the only one with disappointment.
Yeah. I'm not going.
Oh, he's not going.
I
We're
don't
not
know.
going.
We're
But
not
he-
going, I think. I don't
Okay.
know. Click,
Yeah,
are you going?
We know that. I thought some. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I made a mistake. That's you guys are not going. He
There
is
you are,
going, I
yeah.
guess.
Are you going,
Okay.
Click?
Yeah, he's going. Yeah.
Okay.
On our way.
Yeah, that's good.
Nice. Have fun. Tell everybody I said hi. We'll tell them we'll be there in spirit.
Yeah.
Bring home some awesome Brap views.
All right. We're going to hit the end stream. We'll see y'all later. And I'll be here tomorrow with anybody wants to show. I'll be here. Love and peace. Bye. So, yeah, this concludes the wonderful coffee show. Thank you, everybody, for, who showed up and participated. And go out and do something nice for somebody today. Remember to tell your family and your friends that you love them. And go out and make some smiles for people. That's all we got to do. We'll see you guys in the next coffee show. And take care, man. Bye-bye.